Well, it was great to start out with a conference win, especially a division win. It's always good. I thought that our defense played really, really well today, especially in sudden change situations. I think we had 4 times where we turned the ball over, and I think all 4 times they went 3 and out right after that, so that was huge. Offensively, we looked like we hadn't played in 2 weeks, just sloppy. I think all 4 turnovers came from the same position, which is disappointing, really disappointing. And we've got to clean that up because against a good team, we won't be able to survive.
Questions for Coach? If you could raise your hand, we've got a microphone. John.
Well, earlier in the week you talked about the defense. To win the game, the defense needed to get some negative plays and some turnovers, and they came out in that second half and really took it to them. Yeah,
we got a lot of negative plays. We got good penetration. And we brought the corner a great deal from the boundary today and created and got some pressure. And it really helped in the run game. We got a lot of negative plays in the run game. I thought we tackled well in space.
To answer my next question about specifically the corners and the safety, how well they tackled the open field.
Yeah. And, you know, we did, and I thought our defensive staff had a good plan, and the kids went out and executed, played well.
Was some of this a function of the just defense being more aggressive, and that was something you kind of wanted to see in this game?
Yeah, I think we were a bit more aggressive the last 2 games, and we brought a little more stunts, a little more pressure, and our guys kind of are better at that. I mean, that's kind of what they like, they're better at. We're not huge and we're not real long, but we're pretty quick and fast. And, you know, really other than the first drive where we turned the back loose down the middle of the field, we didn't give up many big plays. So when we don't give up big plays and you get negative plays, you know, it makes it hard for the offense to go. And, you know, on the flip side, we kept just giving the ball away and you know, to jump off sides as many times as we've got 1 snap count. It's really complicated. And you just, I mean, to jump off sides is inexcusable.
You talked, following that up, you talked about when the focus of the offense. I mean, you had almost 500 yards in offense. So where's the separation from that to turning the ball over?
Well, if we don't turn the ball over, we might have 700 yards. So it's like the expectations have always been really high on that side, and they're still going to be high. You know, I look at this thing, I think we rushed for 436 yards, and it should have been at least 150 more. So it wasn't one of Taquan's better days throwing, but in the 3rd quarter he hit the 1 pass to Ricky when we had to kind of get ourselves out of the hole. There was kind of no use to throw. As long as we ran the ball 3 times, we were going to get a first down most of the time. So it just disappoints me, the sloppiness. I mean, the one on the goal line infuriates me. I mean, it's the same play that he scored on the very next play when we got the ball against the very same slant, the very same thing we practiced all week. We knew exactly what they were going to do. They slanted out just like we thought. We hand him the ball and he drops it on the goal line. I mean, come on. That's to win the game. And the game's over if you put it in right there. And, you know, I challenged him after the game. I told him he can be a really good player, but not if he fumbles the ball 3 times because he won't be out there.
Yeah, with Cervante, I mean, had a good game running ball. Was it like the mesh point, or was he just? No,
he just dropped the ball. The first one on the pitch, he was looking downfield, and he took his eyes off the ball, and when the ball hit him, he dropped it. The one on the goal line, he just didn't take the ball. I don't remember the 3rd one. Jerry got it punched out from behind by not having it secured high and tight.
Coach, it seemed like you guys were getting a lot of good push up front, especially running up in between the tackles. Was that more of a product of you guys getting good push, or were they just backing off the line a lot?
No, we were getting pretty good push out of the center of the guard. We were kind of comboing a double team. We had a hard time getting off on the mic sometimes, and that's why Cervante ran the ball really hard, and so did those guys, because they'd take the mic on. The first guy could get to him would be 4 or 5 yards down the field, and then they would turn it into 6 or 7 most of the time, because they get their pass down and run. But we got to do better at getting off on the mic. But yeah, we were knocking them off pretty good.
Your counterpart complained a lot about cut blocks this week, and then one of your players gets hurt in a legal cut block, basically. Desmond Branch. Kind of, did you see that play and what happened there? What are your thoughts about what he said?
What do they say about excuses?
Yeah.
We have to, it's a conference rule, we have to have like 4 ambulances at our games because we hurt so many people. Come on. Played 10 years, I can't remember anybody that's gotten hurt out there playing. That's just trying to get the officials to call something that ain't there. You wanna know what's dangerous? Dangerous is teaching your defensive linemen to hang on to offensive linemen when they're trying to get to the second level and then they get cut off. That's dangerous. If that was my kid, I'd be upset if somebody told him to do that.
Seems like Henry's kind of turned into a force on the outside, and him and Antonio both played pretty well. What do you see from him on the edge?
I thought we got good pressure from the outside. We lost contain some, which is concerning. You know, we've got to do better where when we get the outside pressure to try to contain and not get the push inside. But yeah, I thought Antonio got some good pressure at times. Henry got back there. You know, even at the end, Tyler Vernon looked like that he was getting some pressure, and he did a nice job of keeping contained and making the guy step up. But we got pretty good pressure with 4 players.
Coach, microphone for just a second. With somebody like Vincent, who's a young player, I mean, is it mostly just focus, or is there something that you can actually do? And what will you actually do with him in practice next
Well, we
week to
do.
try and stop
I
him?
mean, we work on it all the time. You've got to be focused enough to care enough not to do it. And nobody fumbles on purpose. I mean, he didn't go out there and fumble on purpose. You've got to learn to push through sometimes when you get tired. You can't get sloppy with your fundamentals, and you got to continue to push through. And we need to help him. We probably don't need him to play so much. I don't know how many times he carried the ball. 29 times. That's probably a lot for him. You know, once Jerry went in and fumbled, we didn't put him back in, and Quade went in and had a couple of nice runs. We got 3 guys we just need to play with.
Couple more for Coach.
Coach, I'm curious, you mentioned earlier this week about, you know, the advantages of rest versus the disadvantage of not getting more reps. I'm curious just how you feel like that played out today.
Well, I think having 2 weeks on defense helped. We were pretty rusty offensively. You'd like to get in the rhythm. You'd like to get in the routine and play. You know, but it is what it is.
I'm just curious.
Marshall, why do you think, did he give you any reason why he struggled today with the passing game?
No.
Jeff?
I'm just curious, did you say anything to Pat after the game, and also do you think your players took the comment personally?
I don't know. I didn't mention it to our players. So I don't know if they saw it or not. They may have. I just said good luck. I mean, I know what he was doing. He's trying to get them to call a shot block in the game, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of a personal shot. It's a little more than they do this, isn't it?
Well, it's what it is. I'll just let it. I'll take the high road on that one.
Anything else for Coach? That last one right back here.
Coach, how did you feel about kicking the game today?
Other than the punt return for a touchdown, you know, I thought we kicked the ball well. Even the one they returned for a touchdown, the kid kicked the ball all the way from the numbers. It was a left punt, and he kicked it all the way between the numbers and the sideline. It was a great punt. We just got wadded up and missed a couple of tackles. We missed 2 tackles, and we got to reevaluate who's on that team. And then once we missed the 2 tackles, that kid's a really good returner. And when he got to the sideline, he did well. I thought we covered kicks pretty good, the kickoffs. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, for sure.